Welcome to LNTV News Live. This is a 30-minute presentation of all news about Liberia, Africa, and our one world. It's Friday, February 1, 2019. My name is Zokwe Beslokon and anchoring this edition of the program. In the headlines, Government of Liberia announces new transportation fare, cautions violators of strong action. House of Representatives launches investigation into an agreement between the government of Liberia and a Senegalese fishing firm as the head of the National Fisheries Authority clarifies that the deal is a good one. The president of Habel College denies allegations that the college is still charging tuition after President Weah's pronouncement of free tuition for all public colleges and universities and away from Liberia. Lawyers for Cameroon's main opposition leader, Maurice Kamto, who was arrested on Monday, say he has been charged with insurrection. These stories plus many other developments are all coming up in the program LNTV News Live. But first, we are taking a short break to be back with the faces of the newsmakers. Welcome back to LNTV News Live. The Ministry of Transport, in collaboration with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, has released new and approved transportation fares. The fares, according to Transport Minister Samuel Wulu, and a taxi or bus driver fined in violation will be prosecuted. Minister Wulu made the disclosure at a press conference held in Monrovia Thursday.
Our farmers, and in our effort to further reduce the stress on our traveling public, in collaboration with the police, the Ministry of Commerce, and all the transport unions, we've managed over the last few weeks to review the prices of transportation in and around Monrovia, and we now come with the reductions in same. You have copies of the prices, of the new prices. We're hoping that the police will enforce these new prices. We're hoping that all of the transport unions will cooperate in the process as we try to alleviate the burden from our people. In the instance where you have the first offense, $100 for taxi and $200 for categories to be paid into the central revenue account at the central bank of Liberia within 24 hours. The second offense, you have $200 for taxi and $400 for other categories to be paid in the central bank within 24 hours. The third offense, 2 years suspension of the operator's driver's license, and then we go from there.
Meanwhile, Deputy Transport Minister for Lands and Rails, Darius Qualley, following the pronouncement, has been reading out some of the new transport fares.
Space between UL Broad Street to UL previously was 30, approved at 20 for taxi, for bus, previously was 25, approved at 15. Broad Street Monrovia City Hall, previously was 45, approved at 25. For bus, it was previously at 25, approved at 15. From Broad Street, 12th Street Sinker, previously was 40, approved at 30. For bus, previously was 35, approved at 20. Broad Street, 24th Street Sinker, previously was 50, approved at 40. For bus, previously at 40, approved at 25. From Broad Street LP Sinker, previously was 70, approved at 50. For bus, previously 50, approved at 30. Broad Street Old Matadi Estate, previously at 70, approved at 50 for taxi. For bus, previously at 50, approved at 30. So the list will go on and on. And so that's also tricycles. Broad Street UL, previously was at 30, it's been approved at 20. Broad Street 12th Street sinkhole previously at 40, approved at 30. Broad Street Airfield Junction previously at 60, approved at 30. Broad Street Old Matadi previously 70, approved at 50. Broad Street New Matadi previously at 70, approved at 50. Broad Street Freeport previously 50, approved at 25. And so the list go on and on.
But put down a little bit. Say from Barnesville Junction to Drivers Market.
Okay, so from Barnesville Junction to Drivers Market previously at 40, approved at 25. Barnesville Junction, Bennett Star previously at 40, approved at 30. And then we look at the bill between Douala, Bongman's Bridge previously at 40, approved at 20. We look at the space between Carver Junction, New Jersey Junction previously at 25, approved at 15. So these are just different segments of positioning of different locations.
The plenary of the House of Representatives has launched an investigation into an agreement between the government of Liberia and the Senegalese fishery firm. The investigative move by the House is as a result of a communication from Lofa County Representative Clarence Massaquoi. Representative Massaquoi now explains why he wants the House to investigate the matter.
It is alleged that there is a contract, and I'm asking that we go into the detail to look at the content of that contract between our fishery authority and a Senegalese company. Mr. Speaker, when you follow and are privileged to talk to sector heads or people who are stakeholders within the fishery industry, those who have done it time without number, Mr. Speaker, you will realize our coastal line in Liberia is one of the longest. And I know there are people here who study the geography of our country. In other words, one of our rich resources will be in the fishery industry, Mr. Speaker. This is a resource that is harvested today and is replenished, but it has to be managed. Now, for us to keep hearing that this sector is about to be given, I know that Senegalese are our African brothers, our West African brothers, but I know that among my mother's children, it will be a sound thing to love us at best. As much as we are opening up for our African brothers, for our West African brothers to invest here, our country is open for investment. But those investments cannot be done at the expense of the very Liberian. And it behooves us now, as the people's representative, to take a look at this issue. There are issues, there are investments, there are jobs that can be done by foreigners, but I don't think that we, under your leadership, will want to allow things that can be done, that can benefit Liberians, be given to non-Liberians. I don't want to call them foreigners, but I think I'm debating to call them non-Liberians. Mr. Speaker, that's what I have said, that if this is done, it takes away so much from us. If Liberians are allowed to invest in their own economy, they can employ Liberians. It can help to increase number of employment. Liberia is now ranking very high on your unemployment rate. I believe, Mr. Speaker, even the investment portfolio of these companies, the funds are raised right from our local banks here.
The National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority has clarified that ongoing agreements between the Liberian and Senegalese governments is not in the best interest of the ordinary people. According to the Director General of NAFA, Emma Glasgow, she is not distracted by claims and counterclaims in the public, but is committed to improving the sector for the benefit of the masses. Madam Glasgow has been providing more details about the agreement to reporters Thursday at MICAT regular press briefing.
The industrial vessels that will be operating under this agreement will be 30 tuna vessels that will be fishing on our continental shelf and 9 tuna and 9 ordinary vessels. These vessels will be at a gross tonnage of 250 gross tonnage. That is very, very small. The world's biggest fishing vessel is about 2,000 gross tonnage. You are there having a vessel of 250 gross tonnage. They will be at specific fishing zone, and most of these vessels they will not be fishing where they are teaching people fishing. No. So I also want to agreement with Cape Verde. They have signed an agreement with Gambia. They are signing an agreement with Liberia, and they are working on another protocol with Senegal and with Sierra Leone and Guinea.
Meanwhile, the NAFA boss regrets the underperformance of the sector in terms of revenue generation in the past and added that they have stepped up to their games in order to revamp the sector.
The sector has been underperforming in terms of revenue generation as compared to other countries within the region. Fisheries contribute at least 10% to the overall GDP in Liberia, 3.1% to national budget. 3.1%. You know, we are joking, 3.1% our fisheries contributing. When your friend is contributing 37.5%, you still contributing 3.1%. We really joking in this country. However, and there also has been revenue leakage, particularly from the artisanal fisheries and the inland fisheries. So there have been a lot of revenue leakage. We are now developing robust revenue mobilization strategy. Some of my team, they were in the southeast. They spent 3 weeks there trying to sensitize the people on how to pay their revenues. And we are also sending another team that will stay at least 1 month in the southeast to ensure that they pay their revenue. And in fact, guess what? The people in the southeast are even producing more boats that we don't even know about. And then the people from Ivory Coast and Ghana, they come, they steal our fish because the waters are not regulated. They come, they steal our fish. So we are really losing. According to USAID report, we lost $75 million just from illegal fishing. Just from illegal fishing, this is the loss that we secure as a government. But if you have these people fishing on your water that are regulated and that are legalized, they will serve as deterrents for other people that are doing illegal fishing.
Well, if you have just joined us, this is a reminder that you are watching LNTV News Live, a 30-minute of news, views, interviews, background reports, and analysis shifting the destiny of Liberia, Africa, and our global village. It's Friday, February 1, 2019. My name is Zokwe Beslokonen, anchoring this edition of the program. Let's recap our major stories. Government of Liberia announces new transportation fares, cautions violators of strong action. House of Representatives launches investigation into an agreement between the government of Liberia and a Senegalese fishing firm. The president of Habel College denies allegations that the college is still charging tuition after President Weah's pronouncement of free tuition for all public colleges and universities. And away from Liberia, lawyers for Cameroon's main opposition leader, Maurice Kamto, who was arrested on Monday, say he has been charged with insurrection. LNTV News Live takes a short break to be back with more developments. Welcome back to LNTV News Live. Liberia will on February 2 join the world to celebrate Wetland Day under a local theme, protect wetlands and prevent flooding. Liva Pia, the focal point Ramsar Convention, has been explaining more about the day.
Area, we are having question competition among 4 schools. Then we are preparing those schools and TK Wewa, junior high school, the Al Asari, English and Arabic junior high school, the William Quebec Muller junior high section of that institution, and of course the Salvation Army junior high school. Those 4 schools, we are going to have a question competition centered around the wetlands, the importance and values of wetlands. Those are the questions that come from. And of course, we know that there would be a winner, and then on Friday, we have already engaged the community members. We're going to have the forest clean up in the wetland, and people the community, have already been identified to join us in our cleanup. And at the end of the day, we'll have a very big indoor program. The Deputy Minister for Planning and Development at the Ministry of Agriculture, the Honorable Robert Kekula Fagan, is the keynote speaker for that occasion.
Meanwhile, the co-chair of the Ocean Acidification Africa Network, Sheikh Sharif, is urging people to preserve the wetlands as backfilling them pose environmental danger.
There are so many reasons that people try to discourage, or professionals and experts in the field, marine and ocean and related fields, try to discourage the backfilling of the wetland for construction purposes, watching of mangroves, so that people use it for energy sources, sort of for firewood or to drying fish. There are reasons behind that, and how are those reasons linked to climate change? Because the local things say protect wetland and prevent flooding. Flooding talks about sea level rise. So how are those interlinked? The situation here is, he talked about this carbon sequestration. It's just a word that is being designed to talk about absorbing the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. I mean, if you look at the mangroves, you see they have very huge roots that have puffs on the like ice. So what the mangrove does, they absorb sufficient, 5 times more carbon dioxide than the general large rainforest. That's what makes them so important. And where do they grow? In the wetlands. So the situation is, they sequester this carbon, absorb this carbon. When they take in the carbon, they shoot the carbon down into the soil. You talk about backfilling, people digging foundations, people want to construct. Every time, and annually, there has been estimated at 34 metric tons of carbon dioxide is being absorbed by the wetland environment.
Meanwhile, as Liberia joins the world to celebrate Wetland Day on February 2, Julius Compton has been visiting various wetlands areas in the country, and back in studio, he compiled this report.
Old and new makeshift structures are being constructed in wetland areas in Monserrate County and parts adjacent, despite countless warnings from authorities calling on them to desist from such practice. The situation is so alarming and worrisome to the living condition of many people, especially children in those areas. Currently, they are living in peace because it is the dry season, but during the rainy season, life becomes unbearable for them.
The whole place can be so water, stopping to the window here. The whole yard, the water connecting to the other water here. The whole yard only here look. It can be on show. So water. We can bathe in the kitchen.
The whole place can be filled with water. We can walk inside because we're forced to be there. Nowhere to go.
I come here and see the rainfall around the water in the neighborhood season. Yeah, they be food. Yeah, so we'll be very embarrassed. Also, very breaches in the season when the very rainfall around in Cowboy. Yeah, the water in Cowboy. Very bad. They go fighting. But me, I've been seeing very getting hard time.
Total hardship and poverty are attributing factors to their current living condition, as they have ignored the risks associated with living in wetlands just to survive.
We the poor people what do? No else. We don't get money for dwelling. So how can we get?
That place she been drying the area, but no hand. You see, she herself, she in the water there. We are not able to get in our water, not able.
We can walk inside because we're forced to be there. Nowhere to go. If they're able to move from here to get a different place, or they're able to help us to find me for the water to stop flowing when it comes, we can do it.
Unknowingly, several Liberians are building in wetland areas across the country, and it is at their own detriment. Ahead of the International Wetland Day, there are more awareness and creation necessary in order to address the situation before it gets out of hand. Reporting for LNTV News, I'm Julius Compton.
Habel College President Saruwa Soma has denied allegations that the college still charges for tuition after President Weah's pronouncement of free tuition for all public colleges and universities. Speaking to this station Thursday, Mr. Soma maintained his desire to uphold the free tuition policy as pronounced by the President.
Where is it coming from?
You know, there are some people in the community whose aspiration is to cause confusion, disinformation, and misinformation to the people to create chaos. Unfortunately, there are some Liberians, some of our fellow citizens, who just want to see this country suffer. They love to see chaos. Maybe they jail in it, they are happy about it. I can tell you emphatically that Haber College has the lowest tuition of all the public colleges and universities in Liberia.
The Director General of the Liberia Intellectual Property Office, LIPO, Antonin P. Adeline Cooper, says the government is working towards minimizing copyrights and piracy in the country. She said the reinforcement arm of Commerce Ministry is working to eradicate the proliferation of Liberian music and movies on the market. She also called on the musicians, actors, and actresses to work with LIPO to register their work. She spoke at the opening of a 2-day workshop organized by the Intellectual Property Office.
Piracy is the unauthorized reproduction of the useful materials of the artist. The drama here just about 2 or 3 minutes ago captured everything that we'll be discussing today and tomorrow. It hurts to know that you are an inventor, innovator, or creator of a particular work. You've put your time and effort tirelessly, and then before day breaks, you see it all over the piano boys, the street peddlers. What happened to your creation? What happened to your invention? What happened to your innovation? This is what we're talking about, and I'm so glad to see the amount of people here today, because when we work together, we coordinate and collaborate, we can fight piracy. We have the enforcement arm from my office as well as Commerce Ministry. As we walk through today and tomorrow in the whole workshop, you get to see different speakers. They'll be speaking on the different reasons why our artists should come out, should protect their works.
At the same time, Margibi County Senator Jim Tonola says he is happy that the Liberia Intellectual Property Office has been passed into law. He also stated that the Senate is looking forward to ensuring that Liberian actors and actresses as well as musicians benefit from their works.
In 2015, we championed the cause, and about 14 protocols and laws were passed under our leadership. And I'm proud to announce that we did it and established. And I did not hold the radio to announce that we were fighting for the rights of people who are creative, people who are innovative, people who have intellect, that they could use their talent and ability to make living through their gifts and talent. That's why.
Over 30 musicians of Liberia will on Saturday go to the polls to elect their new leaders to steer the affairs of that professional group. The election takes place at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, will see 14 candidates vying for 7 seats. Lance Bergon is Deputy Information Minister. He has been explaining more to reporters Thursday about the upcoming MULAB election process.
500 person came and collected form. That comprised of 235 old members, 265 new members, And after thorough vetting, only one person was disqualified, meaning they were physician or try to cheat the system. Currently, we have 483 persons that have duly registered as members of the union. The agreement, we suspended the issue of paying dues for the period of time, but we agreed that those members should pay just $2 per month for 3 months, starting from October to December.
An organization geared towards helping young women and girls is expected to be launched in April this year. The organization is called the Young Empowerment Movement of Liberia. The head of the organization is a visually impaired person, Vicensha Emily Metro.
After a lot of kids in the street going, which of course, I feel like that's not the way they are supposed to be. They are supposed to be in school like the other children. They are supposed to be in school and learning. There are some children that don't even know how to say ABC because why? Their parents don't want to send them to school. They wouldn't want to put things on their head to go sell to make money. And think that's where
Orange Liberia has launched a talent program for young people to benefit from their God-given talents. Speaking at a press conference in Monrovia, the marketing officer of Orange Liberia, Noel Chateau, said Orange Liberia is putting more efforts in it because they believe that there are lots of talents in Liberia. Chateau said for the first edition for this year, there will be 2 categories, the Orange Music Talent and the Orange Faction Talent, and there will be lots of events across Liberia throughout the program, not just in Monrovia.
We are very happy indeed to launch the Orange Talents program today. For us, we're putting a lot of efforts in this because we really believe that there are so many talents, young talents in Liberia to discover, to nurture, to grow, and they will explode in front of the eyes of the world tomorrow. There are so many domains where we see talented young people in Liberia. Unfortunately, we have to make choices. So for our first edition this year, we are happy to introduce 2 categories. There will be the Orange Music Talents and there will be the Orange Fashion Talents.
Well, at this juncture, we now bring you our foreign developments. Lawyers for Cameroon's main opposition leader, Maurice Kamto, who was arrested on Monday, say he has been charged with insurrection. If found guilty, he could face a prison term of 5 years to life. The lawyers say Mr. Kamto and 200 other detainees also face 7 other charges, including holding illegal gatherings and disturbing the peace. The Cameroon Renaissance Movement (MRC) party leader was arrested after protests at a weekend that took place in some major cities in Cameroon and at embassies in Paris and Berlin. Protesters were demonstrating against the result of last October's election, which they say was rigged. Mr. Kamto came second in a presidential election, which was won by Paul Biya, who has ruled Cameroon for the past 36 years. Well, with that from the foreign scene, let's now recap major stories we have followed on the program this morning. Government of Liberia announces new transportation fares, caution violators of strong action. House of Representatives launches investigation into an agreement between the government of Liberia and a Senegalese fishing firm. The president of Haber College denies allegations that the college is still charging tuition after President Weah's pronouncement of free tuition for all public colleges and universities. And away from Liberia, lawyers for Cameroon's main opposition leader, Maurice Kamto, who was arrested on Monday, say he has been charged with insurrection. Well, this is how we draw down the curtains on the presentation LNTV News Live. Many thanks to you all for your viewing role. Many thanks to all of our reporters, correspondents, technicians, switchers, and editors for making this package a success. LNTV News Live is a production of the television department of the Liberia Broadcasting System. This program comes on every Monday to Friday with the early edition at 10 to 10:30 in the morning and next edition at 8 to 8:30 in the evening. On behalf of the entire television staff, my name is Zokwe Beslekonen. I've been anchoring this edition. Have a pleasant weekend. Bye-bye for now.